I'm starting now.
Okay.
Yeah, let me give me 1 second. All right, let's get started. So, very glad we have Peter here to stream, with me, and he gonna
Nice.
talking about the crypto. And so, good morning, traders. Yeah, I think yesterday was a very interesting day. I mean, as we all think. I mean, this is Bitcoin, right?
Yeah, it is.
Okay, so go ahead. Stage is
Okay.
yours now.
Okay. Welcome everybody. It's I also do streams, but Fred asked me to do a stream together, and I was very happy to do that because it's nice to be uh, nice to have two guys in the conversation, and more. Let's make it more of a conversation than a one man show.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's take a look at the Bitcoin. And on the Bitcoin, as the crypto, we could see on the weekly a nice 1, 2, 3 up. So it's definitely a long trend. On the daily, um, there was a correction,
Mm-hmm.
and I was talking about this short move. I expected this to reach this area. It didn't.
Mm-hmm.
It changed direction, and with the 1, 2, 3 on the daily, it went back into the counter trend of this counter trend. So this was the third trend. So I was talking about the trade on my stream from here until this point,
Uh-huh.
but it went on. And if we switch down to a time frame,
Wow.
this was a huge move.
Yes.
I mean, I was trading only until here because there was a counter trend in
Oh, I
place.
see that. So it's
And,
more like a
and
trend line resistance. So you kind of,
yeah,
profit taking out of that kind of point.
yeah.
Okay.
So basically, this was the two daily levels where my target was,
Uh-huh.
and we can see on the 15 minute that it quite respected this level. So there was immediately a counter trend forming, but
Mm-hmm.
then it went on and turned into
Wow, that's a huge
um,
stage. I mean, that's a very great pull.
yeah, from basically here it was our long trigger zone
Mm-hmm.
was here. This was the long trigger zone
Q3200. Okay, I see that.
here, because this was the within the correction. This was the last start of the impulse down
Mm-hmm.
and the last south breakout. So here we can look for trades in the impulse, and here we have the target zone. It's beautiful how the market respects these zones, these Fibonacci target zones. It's really beautiful. And if we take a look at the 4 hour,
Mm-hmm.
just a sec, I will make it a long trigger, and we'll also see that. Yeah, on the 4 hour, we can see that it was straight on that triggered the zone. So it was really nice, really difficult to hop on a trade like this.
Mm-hmm.
So there was a counter trend on the 15 minute,
Yeah, I
and
see
so
that.
it was really difficult. The market was too fast and bumped into this weekly zone and the target zone. And when the market makes this kind of one-way move all the way up
Uh-huh.
and bumps into a very important zone, target zone, it's likely to run out of steam and fall back. And here we have the 4 hour pivot. I mean, where the structure breaks here, and this was the point where if the 4 hour closes below that zone, then we have a new phase in place, the counter trend in place. So right now, a correction of the correction and the further short move is my primary scenario.
Okay, so you think is the Bitcoin gonna drop?
Sorry.
So you think the Bitcoin gonna keep drop or keep correct back to this 240 ish level?
What I can see now is that this counter trend is becoming valid.
Okay.
Very soon, if it closes above, it becomes valid, and when it's valid, my primary scenario is to test back this area, and then this counter trend break can take us here. So right now, a small crawl up, and then again a fall. But let me just tell you, because in my stream I told you that that here we had a 1 hour counter trend, and we were somewhere around here on the stream, and I told you that I would like to see a pullback to this level, this weekly level, and there was a beautiful pullback to this level with a wick, and then the last impulse on the 1 hour and the last south breakout was broken, and we went into the target zone, and we have another target zone here, a 1 hour target zone here, and it reached, that was the 200 was right at the daily 161.8. So this was a nice target, and we have to go down in the time frames. We had a beautiful trigger candle here, but there was not so much space here. So this is just to show you how this works, but there was not a good risk to reward opportunity here. And then when we had the I will delete these. Yeah, when we had this one move down, and then this 1, 2, 3 down, then the counter trend has started. So from this point on, we had a long trigger zone here, and it was never triggered. So, and right now we have the long trigger zone here as well.
Okay.
So right now I would go long only above this level here, this 161.8. I wouldn't go long here, because it may be a small, a slow crawl up, but it's definitely can turn anytime and test the further
trigger.
levels.
I see that. Definitely will possibly will trade back and close to that kind of green line, and possibly will correct again. I can see that.
Yeah, but and also for the huge potential shorts, it's below this level. So if the market arrives here on the daily, then we may see some further shorts testing these areas. This can also be a nice area to trade, the short side. But until the market is not below this daily pivot, then we wait for a counter trend to develop and use that counter trend to look for the longs. So it's basically it's it's how you work with the puzzle, because it's more time frames, more trends in place, and you have to figure it out, which one do you want to ride. So for example, we can say that more likely if the market comes back and will fall to this level, for example. So it's a short opportunity, but now the best opportunities come when this counter trend breaks and longs are coming. Okay, so this is just the counter trend.
However, I feel like this 24300-ish is very huge resistance for Bitcoin. What I saw on the weekly chart, this kind of huge zone for that. So in my opinion, I prefer this will still going sideways without any majorly efforts on Bitcoin. So I'm preferring to play sideways move between this kind of 24300-ish between to 117 100-ish. That's what I prefer to play for.
Yeah, it's possible. Absolutely. Right now we can say that this level was tested back.
Mm-hmm.
This was the first level, but we can look for more levels to test on the short side. So yeah, this is my Bitcoin analysis.
Okay. So let me share my screen with you so you can see what I'm saying. Let me
Okay.
1 second. So right share. Let's see. Can you see my screen right now?
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah. Give me 1 second. I mean, for yesterday, I feel like it's very, interesting, especially given this kind of, minor intraday. It's very interesting. I mean, I still maintain a bearish outlook beyond the short term. And at the same time, the market, give a inside day bar, which make me feel like they're gonna be making decisions today, and an 8 and 21 EMA is already catching up and makes this very bullish. I feel like possibly the market gonna break up and making a new high and break this like 4195 ish, this kind of resistance level, and making a new high, keep going uptrend. And another thing is, I feel like I don't want to really trade this kind of thing, making this decision by the long side or the short side of the market. I mean, from this 15-minute chart, you can see clearly it's, touch this kind of trade line resistance. So that might be the reason why I don't want to trade. For today, I feel like the market on this 15-minute chart already kind of extended. Give me 1 second. Looks like the zone gonna be out. Give me 1 second.
Hey,
Hey, you back again.
I'm back.
Yes, let me make you a host again. So, let me just share my screen.
Yeah, you can share it
Host the
now.
disable participant screen sharing. So, you have to open that
Now you
again.
can. Now you can.
Now I can. Let me see.
Yeah,
Yeah, I can
try it
now.
again.
I can do that now. Okay, so I mean, from this 50-minute chart, absolutely today, if the market open below this kind of level, trying to test 21 EMA, possibly the market will correct back somewhere around this kind of ish and keep dropping. That's what I'm expecting today. So, some interesting setup today. I didn't see quite a lot, but I do see one IUSG. Have you heard about that?
No.
I mean, it's more like a US growth ETF. This guy is very interesting. I mean, on daily pattern, especially what I saw on post market trade was this guy was already dropped to 84.90, which is somewhere around here. You can see this kind of level, 84.90. So I mean, at this level, I'm pretty much want to try in some long for the price correction. Correct back to this kind of 86-ish level, which make me feel like I can trade that. I don't know what you think.
Yeah, definitely. It can be a good trade. Um, it's just just for me, it depends on what the market builds up until then, how the market arrives in this area. So, for example, if the market arrives in this area with one move, one sharp move down, I wouldn't go long. Um,
Yeah.
but if it goes down like slowly, slowly, with building peaks and valleys, I could use the peaks and valleys to find good entry on the long side. So yeah, it depends uh, how the market arrives in this area, in my opinion. And usually I hear that from a lot of traders that where should we buy if the market arrives there? It could be a good strategy, but
Mm-hmm.
I think it makes a difference how the market arrives there, what the market builds until arriving there.
Yes. I think you also trade oil, right?
Yeah,
What do you think about the OXY?
the OXY.
Yeah, this company. I mean, today I'm pretty much trying to short this guy because I mean,
Okay,
from daily chart, this is daily chart, so give you a much bigger
yeah,
picture to see that. So I mean, this is a perfect uptrend. However, this guy
mhm,
touched the head three times, one, two, three, and then lower highs kind of struggling right here. So trying to retest this kind of $61 ish, and the pre-market is around 61.74. I mean, from here, if this guy couldn't hold up this kind of level, possibly what I'm thinking, possibly this 50-minute chart already extended, possibly is in market open here, will trade up to somewhere around here, and then keep dropping and test this $60 ish. I mean, if this
okay,
guy couldn't hold up this $60, and then a bigger picture will coming out. I mean, possibly somewhere close to this 56 gonna be possible, 55, 56 gonna be possible. That's what I think. I mean, for like, what do you trade? BTC, Bitcoin, BTC, USD. What I draw on daily chart, I use BS. Okay, let me see. This is what I draw on my chart on daily basis. I draw the same line as you did. Think
uh-huh,
this is a big level from weekly resistance level, and this is like a weekly basis support level right now after break.
okay,
So far, I think this guy holding this kind of daily level very good. So I will use this as my reference. So from other kind of time frame, I think you like to use the hour chart and 4 hours chart, right?
yeah. I use from 1 minute to 1 week basically,
Oh,
and
okay.
I don't use the M30. I use the 1 hour, 15 minute, 4 hour,
I mean, from
daily, weekly.
yes, I mean from the 1 hour chart, it looks quite positive because it's kind of little little guy holding up very good. However, I mean, let me draw this kind of thing. This kind of short support looks quite solid for 1 minute. However, the 8 EMA and 21 EMA are still extended. I mean, this area as somewhere this guy possibly need to deal with in the future. So yes, I mean, basically like what I said, possibly this guy will keep moving like around here, like just a draw. They just moving sideways somewhere around here and waiting the 8 and 21 EMA catching up, and then they break again. That might be the scenario in my mind. So I'm quite sure you are the pros in you know in this kind of area. So I don't know.
Yeah, there is a chance that a range bound market builds up, but it's not there, and we cannot foresee anything like this. So yeah, in my opinion, it's we don't know what the market builds up, but we can react
That's right. I
on
mean,
what the
today, what do you
market
think? What do you think
builds
about
up.
the
So if
market
there
today?
if there is a sideways, then I would look for a breakout of that range on the short side,
Hmm.
um, definitely in the very short term.
Okay. So what do you think about the Qs, the Nasdaq? today?
The Nasdaq. May I share my screen?
No problem. Go ahead. Let
Okay,
me
I
stop
will.
sharing so you can share your screen. Let me see.
Can you see that?
Give me 1 second. Let me see. I can still. I can see the zone. I can see the zoom. You share the wrong screen or that wrong screen again.
Oh shit! Just a sec.
No problem.
Okay. Now it should be better.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, on the Nasdaq, we are at a very important weekly high here.
Yeah.
So we are at a zone where a lot of fight between buyers and sellers are expected. And today, the question will be if the market closes above this level or below this level. Because I think for the further price action, it will be important. And right now, the trend is long. And we had, in this long trend, we had a break below the last low. So here the counter trend has started, and then immediately took it back and took back the recent local high as well. So this was an indication this day, the day before yesterday, that the move may gonna go on. So this was a very bullish candle for me here. And here I also had in my stream, we were somewhere around here somewhere where my stream was. And I told you that since we had on the 1 hour a 1 2 3 move down, the correction has begun on the 1 hour. And when there is a correction on the 1 hour, we have a long trigger zone. So it doesn't matter, this long trigger zone was triggered, so the price already made a new high, so very nice, but then immediately started to correct. And here, that's why I don't say it's good if we say that, okay, this is a nice area, let's buy here, because the market falls like a knife and we buy in the knife, and a lot of traders bought the market here.
Yeah, I see that.
I see a lot of traders bought in this area,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe they put the stop here,
Mm-hmm.
put the stop here.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they put the stop here, then pulled it here and here in the end, and they just watch the market go against them and stop them out. And that's why I say it's very important to have full sync in the time frames. And on the 1 hour, we had this as the long trigger zone. So I had no longs, only above this area here. So
Okay.
here, the 1 hour changed to short. So the very short term time frame is short now. And it's totally against the primary time frame, because the primary time frame, the daily, shows long, and it's opposite to the primary trend. And these kind of moves are not so uh, frequently happen, because it's against the trend, and it's also an indication that the market is not so strong now, and it builds a range that we may see a range here, and maybe a break out of this range on the long side is coming. But the daily pivot for me right now is here,
Mm-hmm.
here, because we had a new high here. So when the market breaks this down on daily, we have a new daily structure in place, and I would look for shorts here, testing these areas again. So right now, the Nasdaq for me is totally neutral.
Mm-hmm.
So here, fight is happening. Smart traders stay out of fights.
Yeah.
They go for the sure shots. I mean, there are no sure shots, of course, but
Yes, I
but
mean, I cannot agree you more. I feel like the same way because this kind of trade can be. I think the market already priced in all effects that what market happening in past couple weeks, like the Fed rates. I mean, the Fed
yeah,
not gonna increase their rates again. I mean, in next couple months, possibly will keep the
Mhm.
target rate around 5%, 5.5. So that's already market already priced that in. However, the CPI data, the inflation doesn't look quite positive. I mean, that might be the reason why this kind of area be such, competitive. I mean, such a lot of traders kind of struggling in this kind of place. That might be the reason. So that's why I'm kind of bearish on mid and short term. And however, for long
Uh-huh.
term, I'm still positive. I don't think they, no matter Fed or Powell will taking more hawkish action, go against the market and keep, short the market. I don't think they will do. However,
Yeah.
like what do you draw on this line? I can see the chart already, already, I mean, priced in all effects on this kind of thing. So for short
Yeah. Yeah.
term, possibly they will struggle in there, going sideways, possibly waiting the EMAs or waiting for the volume, waiting the emotions going up, going down a little bit. Because from fear greed index, what I saw was people are still great on the market. The formal emotions are still taking control. So that's the reason why I think possibly the market will cool off a little bit at this kind of range, possibly trade back and close to this 11960-ish level. That might be a very good result and pull again.
Yeah, yeah, that's a very reasonable scenario.
Mm-hmm.
Another reason for this struggle right now is this area.
Yeah,
Sorry,
I see.
is this area because this was the last start of the impulse down. So this level is definitely a very important level, and you see the market went right into this area. 1 week up, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks.
Yeah, five straight
One way
weeks.
move
Yes,
bumping into this area. Also on the daily, uh, no real pullback,
I
no
see
real
that.
pullback. One way move bumping into this area,
Uh huh.
and this area. Okay, this wasn't here. I mean, okay, this was here because we also had this weekly high, but it wasn't so important. This is more important because this is the last impulse down, and and the market bumped into it. And when the market after this kind of buying power, it may run out of steam at levels like this. So yeah, we can see the fear and greed index, and we can see a lot of stuff. But this is the simplest reason, and I always say that the weekly levels like this, the market will do some crazy shit. it's it's
Yeah,
it's
I
it's
can't
really it's
agree
really
more.
up and down, up and down, up and down. So yeah, let's wait what the market builds up, and maybe the next thing that's happening, a close below here, a back test, and then test this area. So this could be a nice area to go short as a
Mm-hmm.
day trader
Yeah.
when we go there, but we are not there yet,
Yeah.
and we are still in the long trend while this level is not taken back by the sellers. So if there is a change in direction, we go long. So yeah, but right now it's totally in the neutral zone for me.
Mm-hmm.
Really difficult to to,
Take
to
some
say
day
anything.
trading. Yes, I feel the same way as well. I mean, because the range are kind of too small to calculate the risk and the reward, so that's very hard to trade. I mean, if
Yeah,
you pull out the Tesla chart, that's even more crazy compared to the Nasdaq. I mean, Tesla,
yeah,
yeah, Tesla year to date. I think this guy, yeah, you see that from $100
yeah,
to $200, literally 100% in just last couple weeks, in 5 weeks. That's really
yeah,
crazy. I don't know
yeah,
what I mean why this guy can go this high, because $100 everybody just hate Tesla. They kind of cursing Tesla on Twitter and saying shit about Elon Musk and saying shit about Tesla, and then they say something more like, "Hey, Model 3 is a crap, Model Y a crap, and Tesla gonna gonna crash," and everybody is shorting. However, I mean, around $100. After that, they just pull back. I mean, Cassie
yeah,
Wood just bought a lot of Tesla there, and right now this guy back to $200 ish. I feel like I mean, from the longer picture, like what you show, this is still a short, it's still a downtrend, still a downtrend. I mean,
It is.
yeah,
It is indeed. I think bigger potential longs come only from here, from this zone. If this zone is passed from here, it's nice. Big potential long trades are coming. But right now, this is the accumulation phase of this. This is the short trends
yeah. I mean,
counter
from the
trend.
longer picture, from weekly chart, this is
Yeah.
definitely still downtrend. I mean, possibly I will try to take some short there because I still couldn't see any fundamental change on Tesla.
Uh-huh. Yeah, it's a big exclamation mark. The market ran into this level here, which
Mm-hmm.
is a very important South breakout. And we have a weekly one week, one nice week. If we close below, we will have another one, and it's definitely an exclamation mark that the market is gonna go down. But if you check out the daily, we can see that this is the change of the structure. So if it goes below this area, then we will go and test these uh, these um, these areas that the market hasn't tested before. So
Yeah,
below this area is definitely short. Right now it's long. I mean the daily, the primary trend for me is long, but this move, look at this move. I usually like impulse like this and
mm-hmm.
correction like this.
Cool.
That's the nicest.
Okay.
Okay, but impulse like this and correction like this is like two impulsive moves in place. So I cannot deal with this. So maybe it will fall, maybe it will go up. I don't know. It's for
Yeah,
me. It's leave it. Go for another market, and then if the market builds up something like this, then it's a different story. Okay, from here
yeah,
it's short, but what we have something that we can use a counter trend, a break of this 1 2 3, and then we can go short. So this is a nice chart, but this up down, okay, whatever.
okay.
So yeah, right now it's undecided.
Do you have any setup for today?
For today, um, let's okay, let's see the gold because okay, no, let's see the natural gas. The natural gas has been in a range for a long time now.
Okay.
Sorry,
Oh, I see that.
in a range for a long time now.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, just let me have it like this. Okay, so this is in the unbelievable short trend we have. This is the daily pivot. This is where the structure breaks. This was the last high where the market made a new low. Okay,
Yeah, I see
and
that.
then we had a daily counter trend, a higher high here, and we had this as the starting point of the impulse in the counter trend. So this was the most important zone for me
Mm-hmm.
2 days ago,
Mm-hmm.
and yesterday it was broken.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so here it made a new low.
Mm-hmm.
So today it was a really nice setup because it went for a new low.
Mm-hmm.
This is the daily level. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
went for a new low, and then on the 1 hour we had a 1 2 3, a correction. Okay, on the
Yeah,
1 hour, testing back this level. So we are below this level. That's very important. So we didn't go higher. We are below this level, and the 1 hour uptrend is breaking. Okay, this is the short trigger zone on the 1 hour,
mm-hmm.
and if we switch down to the 15 minutes, we can see that okay, we are below this. This is the daily low. This is the short trigger. We are below that counter trend, and there's a break, and we have a beautiful trigger candle here.
I
A
see
very
that.
nice trigger candle. We already have the 1 hour the 15 minutes showing down. Also, for the 4-hour daily, everything shows the short move, and we have a target here.
Mm-hmm.
This wasn't drawn today because it's the last 4-hour low.
Mm-hmm.
And for a day trader, it's very important to take profits at the closest possible targets, because we may. So this was a nice trade today on the natural gas.
Yeah, I see
I
that.
show you something on the gold,
Mm-hmm.
and I've been talking about gold a lot. And in this short counter trend, we had the daily pivot here, the 4-hour pivot here, and we had a counter trend on the 4-hour here, a counter move on the 4-hour. So below the 4-hour pivot, counter move, very close to the 38.2 level here.
Mm-hmm.
This is the correction level, tipo, the 38.2, very important level, my target. And on the 1-hour, we had the, I will put this down. We had on the 1-hour, we had a counter trend, and we had the last impulse here. We had the start of the last impulse, North breakout. And the market made 1, 2, 3 in the zone. So from here on, I'm looking for shorts. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Because in the zone 1, 2, 3, lower high, lower low. So the 1-hour went back into short trend, and on the 4-hour we only had a move. And then we have our 1-hour or minor pivot level here. So as long as the price is below that level, and we have a counter trend break here, we have a counter trend of 15 minutes.
Oh, I see
and we
that.
have a break here, taking back 2 lows. So this was my trigger candle here. Stop here, target here. And it's why it's very important to take profits here, because if you don't take profits here, it was a really nice trade. If you don't take profits here, you will see your stop hit.
Yeah, I see that.
And from a 1 to 2 risk reward, you will have your risk taken.
Yeah, I see that. I see that totally. That's very
So
good.
yeah, and then the market again made a correction, came back, and this was a different correction. We had a so-called diamond formation coming up because we had a new low, then a new high. So this was the zone, basically, in my understanding, where the market, the direction is decided if it goes up or if it goes down. This is the zone. And we can see a close below that zone, and from here again we go short, but this is right now here is at the end of my target zone, this daily level. It's still possible that we have a counter trend and we reach this level, so it's quite possible. But this is very important. This is the whole weekly daily moves, one-way moves, 38.2 Fibonacci correction level. So I think from here a correction is coming, a correction of this counter move. Correction is coming, and so it's not much potential here right now. I think a correction is coming, and maybe a break will take us to the next target zone, which is this weekly level and the 50% retracement zone. So right now, I would leave gold. I mean, it's you can see a divergence on the RSI. It seems for me we are in target zones, multiple target zones,
Mm-hmm.
and this move may run out of steam. But as long as we have the 4-hour pivot here,
Mm-hmm.
and the daily pivot maybe a bit lower. No, it's still there. So as long as on the shorter time frame we are below this 4-hour pivot, every counter trend is an opportunity to go still short. But this is definitely a take profit level in these shorts, and this is now high risk because we had a long move bumped into the zone. So it's the same as the Nasdaq, but on the other way around, on the short side. So yeah, this is gold. I think the oil. Yeah, we talked about it. Also, some interesting market. Do you want to interrupt
No, I'm good.
or
You
should
can keep going. Still here. Yeah.
okay? This 10-year note market is also very nice. Is
Oh, 10
It's
year T note.
also
Okay, I see that treasury bands.
yeah, it's also hitting uh, a low. It's a weekly low in the short trend. Okay, last start of the impulse up on this weekly counter trend. Okay, and this low was taken back not on the weekly but on the daily. But that's enough. Taken back on the daily here. So we go here. We look for shorts until we are below this area.
Yes, I
Okay,
see that.
and we go here. We immediately have a 4-hour move, counter move, and on the 1 hour we have a counter trend. Okay,
I see that.
and we were somewhere around here on my stream when I showed this trigger zone as an early trigger.
That's very
This
nice
was the
trade.
first. This was the first trigger,
Uh huh.
and we had a second trigger level here because this was a North breakout that hasn't been tested. So it was possible that the market comes here, and this zone bounces it back,
I
and
know.
we
I know.
go
Yeah.
we go
Yeah.
higher.
That's right.
But right now, if you take a look at the 15-minute, it's beautiful. There is a change in the move here, and right now one entry here, maybe here, and the second entry here, the second trigger zone, scale in, and we have the 1 hour target zone here, here, so we can take profits very, 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 very soon, and and quit the trade. But this was definitely a nice early trigger. So with a small position, very close stop, it's a nice 1 to 3, 1 to 2 trade, taking profit in this zone definitely. So yeah, the bond market was also very nice, and right now we have the opportunity to go still short. So this is definitely a short market right now. It still has some chance that this counter trend holds the price and pushes it back into the secondary trend. But I will put these down because. But as long as the weekly pivot holds, and we have a counter trend in place. This is the 4 hour pivot. We still have a chance to reach this area. Okay, so still open for the shorts in these bond markets, and it's the bond market is falling, so
I
it
see
can be an
that.
indication for the stock market as well, right?
Yeah.
What do you think?
Okay. So let me interrupt. Looks like we have only 10 minutes left. Yeah.
Okay, yeah,
So let's just stop right here. Okay.
okay,
Yeah. So we're gonna see you next time. Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Thanks for
So very glad
watching.
to have you here in today's streaming.
Thank you.
So glad you joined my streaming with me, sharing your thoughts about the crypto markets, about the 10-year T notes, and about Bitcoin, about oil, US oils. Your trade. That's perfect trade. Thank you so much, Peter.
Thank you very much.
Yes, you have a nice trade today. Mhm.
You too,
Yes,
and
and
the same for everybody.
yes, bye bye. Uh-huh.
Bye.
Mhm. And back to our trade. So instead of the short for the IUSG, I also want to introduce another kind of perfect idea about IQ. IQ is another setup I'm looking for today. because on daily chart you guys can see this very clearly. This IQ moved up so fast in last couple weeks, and it touched this 8.14 resistance level and giving a top sign. I think this is more like a top short term top sign. So that's where I'm trying to get in and short this guy. So even from 1 hour chart or 15 minute chart, I don't feel like personally, I don't feel like this area gonna. So it's more like this guy will trade back to somewhere close to 6.78 ish. I mean, that's what all I want to say about today's market. I mean, if you guys have any questions, feel free to leave your comments and your thoughts. And I'm glad you joined with us and have a good trading day. And bye bye.